We don't only need an apology. We don't only need the repatriation. We also need redress.
We don't only need an apology. We don't only need the repatriation. We also need redress. Redress. No. No, what Cyril Ramaphosa wants is groveling, bribery, and guilt. Well, you're not getting guilt. The people that you're haranguing did not take the remains that you're talking about. They can return them if they're in their possession, but they didn't take them. And redress is racial revenge. The ANC has upped its racist rhetoric, its attacks on the developed world, while ignoring its own dark past. You want to talk about an apology? How about an apology to the Khoi and San by the Nguni peoples, who flooded in, invaded, and colonized southern Africa about 1,600 years ago, pushing the Khoi, and especially the San, into the margins, into bare lands, oppressing them, oftentimes even hunting them down. How about an apology to the 25,000 or more Inkatha Freedom Party members that the ANC murdered in the 1980s and early 1990s with necklacing and assassinations? How about an apology and redress to the millions of black South Africans who've been pushed into poverty by your policies that have crippled the economy based on race? How about redress for the actions of the Nguni-speaking peoples who invaded southern Africa? Redress is code for racial revenge. The spirit of Ubuntu, the Rainbow Nation, that was so widely talked about, and many people believe would happen, perhaps foolishly at this stage, is long gone. The President of the Republic, lying in the White House to President Trump, pretended he didn't know about the Normandie Cross, or all those crosses, and then going back to South Africa and consistently and repeatedly mocking the President of the United States, and then inviting terrorists, known terrorists, to participate in a naval exercise and hosting them at your naval base in Simonstown with parades as if they're proper people and deserve respect. A regime that murdered tens of thousands of its own citizens who peacefully protested. Yeah, we don't only need an apology. We don't only need repatriation. We also need redress. And South Africans deserve redress from the actions of the ANC over the past 30 years. Past 40 years, to be honest. Redress. Code for racial revenge. This is sad. South Africa is quickly devolving into the black elites in South Africa playing the victim and blaming others inside and outside the country without looking at their own dark history and being honest. Blaming people alive today for the actions of people 50, 80, 100, 200 years ago is morally bankrupt and foolhardy and can only lead to disunity, devolution, and the breakup of South Africa. That's where the ANC is pushing people as they desperately seek to cling on to anything to help them remain in power. Instead of serving the people of South Africa, most people in the ANC have served themselves and their friends and caters. And that's it. Hardly a day goes by without several new corruption cases surfacing in the media. And these, ladies and gentlemen, are the cases we hear about. The murder of Amon Swart, we're lucky we even know about that story, unfolding in Mhlanga Commission now from corrupt officials who assassinated an innocent young man who had nothing to do with the whistleblowing. But his life was terminated. It was worth no value to these gangsters. And these gangsters exist because they're allowed to exist in an environment created by the ANC. South Africans want an apology. South Africans want redress from the actions and behaviors of the African National Congress, a movement that betrayed the liberation struggle and betrayed South Africans. What say you, South Africa? Mzansi. Cheers.